Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen around the world, wherever you are. Welcome to League of Tilt, where today we are the storm and the claw in the jungle. We are up against a Hecarim. I don't like that. That is a Lux with Arcane Comet. I don't like that. I do not know indeed. I also do not have friends near me. If I get snared by her Q, I will die. So let's not do that. Let's instead place a deep ward here and recall. This recall here is also a little bit of a bait. If somebody's here and wants to fight me, I have Yone and Tryndamere. But because we saw a bunch of people bot side, I don't think they will be wanting to. Unfortunately, my bot lane isn't really standing around my red buff. So I don't really know if I'm getting invaded on that buff or not, but it's alright. I'll head upstairs and start heading down towards bot side. I'll path downwards. And if, I might even go for an invade early on, because I don't see, if I don't see the Hecarim on his raptors after he takes red. Hecarim is very quick at clearing his jungle, so there is no reason to expect him to not take his raptors immediately after he takes his red buff. If he does in fact start, there's a chance I might want to gank Urgot, but no, doesn't look like it. He has a full minion wave, he has a complete minion push. Yone is just warding the river, but he doesn't really need to be warding the river, does he? I could have gone for a level 2 cheese gank, but didn't think it would be the smartest thing in the world, given that he has a massive minion wave and level 2 advantage, and Trinda would not, and I would also need to level Q. It was going to be very touch and go. Urgot also deals an exceptionally large amount of damage, so you definitely do need to respect that. If you don't respect Urgot's damage, he can definitely blast you with his shotgun knees. I thought I had that earlier than I actually did. It's alright. We'll take those, and now if Hecarim shows up, we'll still be completely fine. Oh, looks like Hecarim is mid lane. No, there's no point. I thought I could perhaps make it in time, but unfortunately couldn't. And now I'm just sort of here to mess with them. These will reset, which will be very annoying for him. He's level 3 already. Urgot will, if Urgot collapses on this, I can just walk away from Urgot. I'm gonna ghost away. Ooh. I'm gonna smite this and walk away. Should be able to. Nope. Okay. I had 3 people collapse on me, and Tryndamere decided not to help. Even if Tryndamere had shown up and just like pressed W to help, that would have been nice. That was definitely very greedy of me to stick around. Even after the Trinda, even after I had seen the Hecarim mid lane, I should have just taken the Raptors and pieced up with my advantage. He's going to get my topside jungle as a result of this. This Fiesta jungle is only having 17 CS at this stage in the game. Hecarim is going to be up on me now, unfortunately, but hopefully we can use this longsword to clear slightly quicker. Well, we are going, because we've fallen behind this game, we think we are going to go for a Turbo Chem tank or a Froststrike Gauntlet build. Tanky is good. We're also going to be grabbing a Titanic Hydra, because we do want a little bit of damage on the bear. We work our way downwards. This is so unfortunate because all of our camps are level 1. We didn't really complete clearing our camps early on, so this is really going to be an absolutely fantastic example of why it's disastrous to fail in the early game nowadays. Crab is not as important as it used to be, actually, so I don't mind that terribly much, because the first couple of crabs in the game don't really give as much EXP or gold as they used to. So I don't really mind having the crab. I suppose this is as good an opportunity as any to try and explain some Volibear kit. Your Q is a speed up, your next auto attack has longer range, and stuns whoever you auto attack. Your passive is whenever you hit people with attacks or abilities, you gain a stack of the Relentless Storm. This Relentless Storm stack makes, once you have 5, each stack gives you attack speed, and then once you have 5 stacks, Dead again. I'm just gonna smite that and run away. Between Vex's CC and Hecarim CC, Ione doesn't really have a shot at getting out of that, so we're just going to steal that from under his nose, and we're going to caution Nico that Hecarim will try running out of the jungle at him. We're going to go mid lane and make sure that Vex doesn't push terribly hard. I don't really think we have the damage to kill Vex, and she can just fear us away. So we're just going to convince her not to push in this wave. Just gonna hold it here for him. There we go. By not letting this crash into tower, we now give Ione the opportunity to freeze this as he sees fit. Unfortunately, Hecarim just went bot side again, as we discussed he might. I pinged them off though, so they should know that he's in the area. Hopefully she'll be alright as long as they don't get hit by Jinx stuff. Looks like Hecarim's sticking around in the area. Alright, excellent. He will be pathing topside, I expect. After all of that. Unfortunately, he's going to be obviously significantly stronger than me after his back, because he has that kill to his name and I do not. Hopefully it'll be alright though. We do have very decent scaling. It's hard to teamfight on Volibear because you're sort of very much like, I'm going to attack this one character kind of person. And obviously that's the opposite of what teamfights are about. I'm going to just go in and pop this plant and then not engage, because my mid laner is roaming bot side and I saw Hecarim reset bot. So if Hecarim reset bot, I have every reason to expect, okay, Urgot should be very free here, even though he has this warded. We'll be able to get him here, I think. Yeah, we got him. Make sure he's slowed as he's trying to run away. Trinda does an amazing job. Lethal tempo is absolutely amazing. We're just going to make sure we don't take any damage. We're going to let Trinda finish that off. Urgot's ulti is obviously an execute, so we were already low. We just need to make sure that we're not really giving anything away for free. Hecarim is bot side again, so this gives us a chance to steal some camps from his top side and steal some turret gold and EXP. Urgot does have teleport, but if he teleports, he'll only teleport to tower, as it's not 14 minutes in the game yet, so we're not really worried. And our Tryndamere did get the kill, so I don't really mind stealing some of his minions. Alright, there we are. Multiple turret plates. Urgot should be coming back any second now. So we're just going to pull these Krugs over here, and now we should be alright. We're gonna hold our Q though to run away faster from Urgot if need be. But now we can just walk our way down and grab the Rift Herald. Grabbing Shelly is going to be absolutely fantastic here, because we've already managed to get so much chip damage on the turret. It's more than a half HP down. Hecarim just finished doing the dragon, so he wouldn't really have a chance to come up and take his red buff. We know that for a fact because we just saw them take the dragon. So this is definitely worth it for us. His camps are higher level than our camps because he was obviously got the chance to sequence much better. Tryndamere's ulti is almost back up, which is excellent, because that means as soon as Tryndamere comes back up, we can just go ahead and fight him. Looks like our bot lane is doing very well, which is exceptional news for us. Looks like Urgot just placed a shallow ward in his Tribrush. So that's going to be very helpful for our purposes. Bot lane is just like absolutely crushing it. And so we can definitely ride that to victory. It's like, this is just, you know, yeah, I know I messed up, but that's no reason to just sort of give up and get mad. I made a mistake. There are consequences to our mistakes, but it doesn't mean we have to just like give up. We can still find ways to abuse lanes that are pushing forward. We can still take advantages where we can. Path smart. I'm just gonna smite this. Can I have this? I would really like this. Alright. Thank you, he's letting me have this. I care less about the gold and more about the XP. He definitely has the right idea here. I don't know if Urgot is sticking around here, but if he is going to die. If he sticks around, I'll kill him. If he doesn't stick around, we'll take tower. And even if he's here, we're just going to push in this minion wave. I'm not going to ghost in and run at him like I did last time. One of the nice things about Ghost, of course, is that it's a lower cooldown than Flash. So if he's thinking we're gonna dive him, we're not gonna dive him. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to do anything at all. Just let the Rift Herald do its thing, my dude. Alright. very, very free. Like, Tryndamere could have engaged just a little bit later. He didn't need to engage as early as he did. He just had to wait a little bit of time. I'm gonna run away here. Oh, my ulti went off, but it didn't give me the HP in time. It's alright, I think we'll still get a bunch of kills here. Tryndamere. Oh no, Vex's passive came back. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Vex is going to get a whole bunch of gold here. That's very sad. We threw our lead there. I think if I had just ulted earlier, then I wouldn't have died and none of that would have happened and life would have been great. But as it is, things are just very, very, very sad. It's okay. You can sell this and get a complete Titanic Hydra. Never do this. Never do what I just did here. Never be sitting on so much gold that you can just afford an entire Titanic Hydra. That's dumb talk. Definitely don't do that. I haven't really decided what mythic, what I'm going to go for after my mythic item. For us, right, I've just got this early longsword because I wanted to clear slightly faster and I want a little bit more damage. And also, I think I was thinking that Titanic Hydra built out of a longsword, but it really doesn't anymore. So that's unfortunate. It's alright though. Hecarim is very powerful. Volibear is very powerful with the Titanic Hydra because of his bonus attack speed. His one of the best attack speed ratios in the game. So it's so good that in the early levels they actually just yeah. How are you still auto attacking me? Or was it just the auto attacks from back when you still had vision off me? I'm gonna go for this. I'm gonna go for this Vex, I think. Yeah, Ghost. Should not really leave her. Have to walk away. Okay, Hecarim's here. Good counter gank by the Hecarim, but we definitely have enough HP not to die to that. So, run forward, and here we are. Hecarim is rather strong. He already has a completed chem tank and tier 2 boots. Movement speed gives damage to Hecarim. We're too low to do anything about this, although I might have been able to get a couple of stuns off, but it's fine because Tryndamere had 1 kill guaranteed with or without me, so I don't think it really does much whether or not I'm there. Unfortunately, Volibear ultis on a very long cooldown. It's one of the things that I think they could very easily buff for Volibear without, like, that would really help him out without making him too OP. They could just give him just a little bit of cooldown buff. And his ulti. We are going to grab this Scuttle Crab, and then if our god is still pushing up as far as he is, which I think he will be given how he has been playing, we're just going to go up and grab him. Dragon's not up for another 10 seconds, so, and I saw Hecarim going down bot side, so I have every reason to suspect that Hecarim will be home. This is killable. Yeah. I can just kill him. I got the kill that time because I know I can just ult on top of him. He E'd me right out of my queue, and that's alright. I can go ahead and recall now. Rift Herald isn't going to be up here for another while. We've already taken the top tower, so there's no point in really pushing here. We're going to head over bot side and start helping our Jinx really push their advantage. And it's like, it doesn't, obviously it's not like they're particularly going to need much help, given how they've been playing. Their backpack has more than enough size and Jinx has more than enough strength to put us all in it at this point in carry. She's still an ADC, she does need frontliners, hyperscaling AD carries. I really love it when people frontline for them, so we're going to go ahead and do that. You see how despite falling behind and making a couple of dumb decisions and also a bunch of mechanical misplays, we're still somehow ahead of the Hecarim in farm. Yeah, because we've just been pathing smarter than he has, and we've been punishing all his aggressive plays. My team got a kill on their mid laner just now, and I have my Jinx who has Prio in bot lane, so this is very takeable. I still don't have my ulti from when I used it. Oh god, it just feels so bloody long. It's almost 3 minutes. Ugh, it's like almost like Shen ulti. Okay, they do have a ward in this brush. Alright, we're gonna kill it, grab some EXP. Not going to go deep for the Caitlyn. Would I consider? Yes, I will. I was gonna think, would I consider taking this ward? And I think I will. I just want to make them feel pressured. I want them to feel like they're not safe here, they're not safe in their jungle, and I want vision here so that my bot lane can keep pushing. There's really no point for us to be here. We'll go here. Oh, Vex, Vex, Vex. Vex has a lot of strength here, but she can't really 1v1 us. That's not what her strength is for. So looking at us forces her to walk away there. There we go. Get that out of there. Just ghost in, stun him, make sure he can't really do anything. You could see that they were trying to engage with the Vex and the... she'll have her Caitlyn on Lux there, so I can't really be going for that. And Caitlyn does deal damage to me because if I walk through those traps, because Caitlyn headshots hurt a lot. Hey, stop it. Jinx can definitely have that. This is her game to carry, so she can have anything she wants to have. She's very, very strong. My job is to just serve as a secondary carry for her. Did Vex just ulti? I think she did just ulti, yeah. Okay, that's fine. We're just gonna go ahead and grab this crab and then slowly start working our way up topside again for this Rift Herald. Jinx is finally backing, so we don't really have a reason. Oh! Nice steal on the Rift Herald. I don't know what Urgot was thinking he was going to accomplish there by himself, but alright. The reason I was surprised by that is because I didn't think that if she stays around here. Okay, yeah. Vexman. Spear me away. Here we are. I'm gonna walk away because again I'm getting low. Worrisomely so. Definitely within burst range. Smite there. That. Clear this. I do have a red buff, so I can let that heal me up. Hecarim. Goodbye. Vascon's Smite. We are significantly ahead of the red team at this point because we stole that Rift Herald, we have that dragon, and we have an 8-kill Jinx and a 5-kill. That was lazy. That was just lazy of me. That was bad. Hecarim doesn't really have much to do in his jungle, and I should have realized that the Vex has been playing, just running around everywhere all game. So that recognition alone should have made me realize, wait, this Vex is probably going to team up with the Hecarim to do things here. So it was just a very lazy recall on my part. There was no reason for me to recall there. I didn't have any teammates nearby, and once I saw them, I should have still ulted away. But it is what it is. It's alright. Jinx. I don't know if she can make it out of that one. Yeah. It's very unfortunate. Jinx is not a split pusher. And we can definitely still lose this game, by the way. Because we're so far ahead, all of us have had shutdowns, and objective bounties are still very much a thing. So there's definitely a world in which we still lose this game. Despite us having so many pet members, because games equalize very easily in this season. So bite that, auto attack here, E here, and then you can... Your passive lightning and your E all help you to take multiple things at the same time. It's fairly easy for us to do that at this stage in the game. So we have a Balmy Cinder, that also makes it relatively easy. Probably going to turn this longsword into like a wit's end. Not a purely offensive, or a Star Axe. Not a purely offensive item, but not a purely defensive item either. Volibear likes a little bit of AP because it just makes his Chain Lightning hit a little bit harder, but again, our job is not to be a carry this game whatsoever. And also, he has a massive AP ratio on this thing. I'm gonna stand over here, out of vision. I'm just gonna walk away here. Aha! And walk away from this ulti. And I can definitely... Yone should still be able to get this here, I think. No! Rooted! Very unfortunate. We got kited to holy hell by the Caitlyn. It was a very strange split fight. If we had all stuck together, I don't think there's a chance for us. Actually, if I sell this, Can I afford this? I don't think so. This only sells for 245, so it will barely not be enough. Actually, no, we're at 1100 gold. We'll only have to wait a little bit. This is gold inefficient, very gold inefficient. I don't recommend this. This made me lose 100 gold just now. But if I wait just 50 gold for this, because we've got the dragon, so they don't really need me on the map, I can still get this Frostfire Gauntlet. And a completed Frostfire Gauntlet is a very big power spike, because not only do I get the stats that it says here, I also get 100 more HP than the stats say, because I already have a mythic item completed in the form of Titanic Hydra. And on top of that, I get the passive from the Frostfire Gauntlet, which is very powerful. Increases my immolate damage, plus it makes my attacks create the slow field. Vex is actually much harder to kill than she looks. Not only does she have fears that can make us run away from her, of course when you're feared, the higher your base move speed, the faster you run away from them. But also because she has a Zhonya's, which is a good amount of armor against her physical damage primarily, and then obviously the Zhonya's also makes it so that she goes into stasis, which can be very difficult for us to deal with in the middle of a fight, so we have to make sure if we're going for the Vex, we're going at it smart. Otherwise, going for the Caitlyn is fine. We don't really want to go for the Hecarim. He's going for the Chem Tank Mana Moon build, so he's not going to be like hyper tanky. He's going to have some tank stats, so he's not going to be hyper tanky. We're definitely tankier than the Hecarim. We can get rid of all of these. Here we are. Hello. Oh, we can get this, we can get this, we can get this. Oh! Looks like Trindaldi ran out. That's very unfortunate. I would have had that by myself. Tryndamere really didn't need to give up his shutdown. It's very unfortunate that Tryndamere did give up his shutdown. We don't like that, we don't like that at all. I can't really go for this Vex again because she has Doom and Gloom up. I don't see any of their team. The Krugs aren't here, so the best I can really do here is push. We see a minion wave crossing our tower, our side of the minimap, so that gives us reason to think that we will have their minion wave coming up here, and okay, we also can bot side, so this is a very safe push for us. They can't really push this tower. They shouldn't be able to, not with Jinx and Yone and Nico, so this is a very safe push for me. I don't know why they're pinging me away. Urgot is the only person who could come to match me here. And Volibear does stack up his attack speed on turrets as well. So he's not the best turret taker in the game, but he's definitely far from the worst. Urgot has an Eclipse and an Anathemas, so he will be strong in 1v1s. Sorry, a Hullbreaker, not an Anathemas. He will be strong in 1v1s because Hullbreaker gives you bonuses when you're isolated. Just check if there's anything here. No. Okay. Are we going to go for anything? Okay. Grab some of that. And he's just moving perma-CC'd. Hecarim had the right idea there, but I don't think he realized that we were seeing him on the ward the whole time. So that's very unfortunate for him. I can still just be a nuisance. Hello? Oh, she hit somebody. No, the Jinx. We can get this, right? There we go. Easy enough. Tryndamere can't really deal with the Urgot by himself, but Yone is heading over. As long as he doesn't die, there's a chance he might. Okay. No, he survived. Okay, should be alright. Urgot is tilt pushing / split pushing. He thinks he has Hullbreaker, so he can do great things. Oh, we saw him, we saw him. That was so dumb. We can definitely get him here. Tryndamere should have enough. Tryndamere should have enough. Between me and Tryndamere, should have had enough damage. He didn't really have his ulti up, so he already used it. So I don't mind giving Jinx this blue buff. Jinx running out of mana is one of the few ways in which she stops being able to deal the kind of damage that will let her carry team fights. We have a dragon coming up soon, so I'm going to recall here. The primary source of damage that I'm currently afraid of is this Caitlyn, she's the only one who can really like kite me out and deal significant damage to me. So I'm gonna grab a Randuin's, and that should really mess with Caitlyn's ability to auto-attack me because it slows down, it stops crit damage. There, excellent, excellent. Vex Mr. Wait, if Jinx thinks she can 1v1 this Hecarim, she's very wrong. Hecarim should still have more than enough to massacre her ass. Yeah. I'm gonna join in with this Blast Cone over the pit. It's shorter. We're gonna grab this. We again have a bounty. Like, we've been making so many dumb mistakes. Like, I'm not used to playing good friend Bear. No, get the fuck out. Just get away from my Jeep. We should do Baron, fellas. Friends, please, Baron. Come. Push Baron. Baron. That's unfortunate. We can't Baron anymore. If everybody had just fallen to Baron immediately, we definitely would have gotten fairly easily, but it's alright. Because they had so many dead. But Jinx chose to recall by herself, and Vex got her out. Catching people out is something that Vex is definitely amazing at. Tryndamere can have this if he expresses interest. Okay, he didn't want to give it to me. Oh, it's very sweet. The red buff is definitely very good on me. Don't get me wrong. I definitely don't mind. He's out of position. He's more out of position than a condom at mass. If Argot dies, or if Tryndamere is on his ulti when Argot ultis, then the death doesn't go through, which is very, very powerful. I spy with my little eye. Your Q also... Stun. Slow. Okay. Walk away. Hecarim shouldn't be able to do anything here. They have so many dead. We can definitely do Baron now. If we don't... Come. Baron. Please. Please! They have 3 dead. If we don't Baron now, we'll never Baron. This is a very easy Baron. Volibear, his numbers scale very well, and his ability to fight scales very well, especially if you build a nice scaling item like Titanic Hydra that gives you a bunch of damage. Even when you're building tank stats. It's definitely very powerful. Vex says GG. Not yet. Throwable. Believe you me, throwable. Next objective is Mountain Dragon, so we're not really hyper concerned with objectives. We need to push together. Push lanes together. Tryndamere looks like he's resetting after. We can push in a side lane if Nico will push in, because Urgot, it does look like he's getting fancy again. I feel comfortable enough to go for it. You're not gonna get that. Urgot's like, oh, but I'm building AD, I deal damage, so I'm gonna ulti AD carry. And in fact, if he lands a stun on the Jinx, I'm sure he can still more than one-shot the Jinx with his execute, but he's also not tanky at all. That's the price you pay for building just health and AD. And he has to respect that. And if he doesn't respect that, well, he's gonna die. And they were not in position to stop the lane that Jinx is auto-attacking. So this is gonna let us get this in for free. Oh my god, Jinx is... Oh my god! I was gonna say Jinx is feeling herself, but... with good reason, am I right? She almost sat on that trap. And if she had sat on that trap, that would not have gone well. Just disable this turret. They should be able to get the Vex. They really should be able to get the bloody Vex. What a fucking fiesta. No. No, don't do it. Don't give in to the engine. Bot lost us the game. Bot was one of the things that lost them the game. Hecarim has had an amazing early game. I made a couple of dumb plays that really put me far behind. Hecarim wasn't able to capitalize on that. He wasn't able to capitalize on his lead. We were able to translate our pressure into objectives. I played with my team better. Tryndamere knew his limits much better than Urgot, even though he's a split pushing champion. I'm going to go for, I think, this Demonic Embrace. I feel happy enough to where I can also maybe get a Cosmic Drive. Do I want the movement speed? Do I want all of this bonus HP? No, I'll grab this. I'll grab the Demonic Embrace. It's more HP, and confident as I am, I don't feel like particularly just like playing playstyle, just dancing around fights. Cosmic Drive is more for people who wants to dance around in the middle of fights. I want to dance around before I get to the fight. Once I'm in the middle of the fight, I'm not dancing around the fight. I'm in the thick of things and I'm sticking around. We can just get this. Yeah, we can get this. If he stalls the Heckworm, I can get this done. There we go. Heckworm will need to ulti out if he wants this. Tryndamere should be able to follow him. He doesn't really have the damage to kill me. What? Why would Vex come into me? I think maybe they're not respecting how much damage how much damage I can tank because of how much damage I do, or because I have a blasting one. But my friend, I'm tanky. Like, not just because of my items. I've also built a I've also built so much HP, and I have made sure that I have all of these tank stats from Mountain Soul, so you definitely don't get to come in on me like that. Okay, well, that should be the end of the game. Jinx is getting a whole bunch of kills here, and yeah, because, you know, like, if Jinx can, because she's so fed, if she can just, like, hit a couple of people at a time, even then she'll still be good enough. Like, it's only when she's getting caught out in one shot that she can lose. Otherwise, yeah, I didn't need randoms, it's okay. Because none of this matters. Jinx is just going to spawn kill them. So yeah, as much as we're dealing damage, our primary job is to just take objectives and frontline for the Jinx, identify that win condition. If Jinx hadn't been our winning lane, if we had some other winning lane, we would have played her on that lane accordingly. But we were able to translate bot pressure into literally getting every single dragon of the game, which is absolutely fantastic. So I'm going to give her the honor. It's a very tilting experience to play as an ADC. Like, everything that touches you just kills you. So the fact that she was able to get ahead is one that I really appreciate. So hopefully you got to see what dumb decision making looks like, but you also got to see sort of how to not tilt and how to still identify your win conditions and translate the pressure from the places where you're strong, from the places where the enemy is making mistakes, into getting wins, into getting objectives. Let's check grass for damage. We still had the second highest damage on our team next to the Jinx. A Titanic Hydra Rush is absolutely fantastic on the bear. The attack speed and your W also applies on hit effects. That's another reason why Titanic Hydra is great. Damage taken, obviously we should be first in that department. Tryndamere can also tank up a lot. Surprising, Jinx tanked up a massive amount of damage. I guess she had so much lifesteal that she was able to heal up for large amounts and tank. So yeah, as you can see, Rune's Celerity doing a massive amount of work. I love Celerity on Volibear. Ever since the nerfs to his Q movement speed, I feel like if you don't go Celerity, I just have such a hard time catching up to people. So I'm going to grab the Celerity Waterwalking. I tend not to go Legend Tenacity because I generally buy Merc Treads if I need the Tenacity, and Tenacity doesn't stack additively, it stacks multiplicatively, which makes Tenacity of two different sources significantly less effective. And of course my Q resets when I get CC'd, and my ult makes me unstoppable, so I don't even need that much CC reduction. And also I can get CC once I've thrown out my abilities, and I'm a frontliner, so it's not like I need 100% tenacity. So I like the attack speed better to help me clear and to help me fight and to help with my lethal tempo plan. Lethal tempo obviously fantastic. Your size already gives you increased auto attack range, and then lethal tempo gives you even more. So you can just auto people from the middle of fights. You can often hit backline threats while staying in the middle of the fight, which is very powerful. So hopefully as a good combination of you saw there was a good combination of objective focus, coming back from early mistakes, and making sure that we recognize when we have to fight, when we just have to retreat, and when we have to frontline. So recognition of roles, recognition that I fucked up but I need to pull it back. This is how the game is going to go. This is how we can win the game. Having the foresight to see how the game is going to be won and playing to those strengths. Recognizing that if the Hecarim is there, then he's not here, then we have to punish him for that invade. Slowly clawing our way back up by soaking mini EXP, getting back gold, getting back EXP. Just a couple of bad decisions at a couple of moments made me die a couple of times, especially especially in the early game. But in the end, that should not define your game, and it didn't define our game, and we still came back for the win. We were able to support our Jinx. Look, our Yone was being a classic win shitter. He's 1-8. Our Nico was doing okay, but she's still 4-7, which is not great. She has a lot of assists because she was with the Jinx, but these score lines are still not great. And Tryndamere and Urgot were trading relatively evenly in the early on. So recognizing that I can get the Tryndamere ahead by punishing the Urgot for being so aggressive, recognizing that since Jinx is winning so hard, I should be able to use her prio to get a dragon, to use my pressure on Tryndamere, translating the kills on Urgot into Rift Heralds, into a tower, freeing up the Tryndamere to roam. All of this sort of fits together to create the puzzle that is this victory. So that's what most games are going to be won by at this level of skill and experience, because people at this elo, they're not going to be able to just use leads to close out games. They're not always going to make the correct plays. So just recognizing that and being able to punish that is what's going to allow you to win games. So hopefully you learned that. Hopefully you enjoyed watching this. Have a wonderful day. Until next time, peace.